Hey everybody, it's Jeannie from Jeannie's Palette. Thanks so much for watching today's playlist hosted by my friend Christy from Funky Junk Inspiration and myself. Just check my description for the link to the playlist to see all the others who join us and also to see the tag so you can check out my friend Christy. All right, let's get to painting. I started this painting, I worked on it on a couple of lives on Facebook, and I'm just gonna try to do some finishing on it here. So I've been doing the little swipe with my palette knife. I'm just tapping in some white here and just to make it look a little more foamy. And what I've done over here in this part, and since I need to do a little bit more right here, I'll show you. So I just do like a few taps with that, and then I just use my finger just to tap that in and give it that more of a more natural appearance here. Now, I wouldn't know what you would call that technique. I don't, but that's just how I do it. And so we'll just kind of pounce, just little light pounces here to get that wave to look more better. I'm going to just take a look back. I feel like it looks a little bit too full right here. So what we can do is make it a little fuller in here, and that will take care, it'll slim down the bottom part. And just do the little tapping of that. And then back with the finger. I'm not wiping at all right now or anything, just pouncing. I'm just pouncing that wave. And we'll do the same here. And some little spots that look like they just need something. Now, of course, every wave's not going to crash the same way, so you can't be looking for perfection, that perfect wave. We're not surfers, right? But we can make it look more realistic than it just the pulling it this way. We'll get this on here. Just some little finishing touches on here. I think it's just beautiful. I'd planned to do a paint pour with this, but oh my goodness. I'm glad I went this route with just acrylic paints here. And let's see where we need to go. What if we just a little light pull there. I feel like we need something right in here. I don't know. I'm thinking this wave is probably curling up like that. Just a little bit. That's how I'm envisioning what's happening here. So that looks much better instead of that straight down look that we have here. Let me grab a little bit more of the turquoise, and this is one that mixed up with a turquoise blue, which is really, it's a Neptune blue actually, and yellow and white, and just kept pulling that in until it looked the color I wanted. And then let's come in here. If we put this turquoise underneath like that, it's going to give us a look that it's more like light is shining through as that wave is coming up. Let's put some more of that in there. I think I might have to mix up some more. But we'll put that right in there. Oh my goodness, I'm loving it. I do think we need a little more light right here. Like our light is just barely popping through there. I'm tempted to put my fingers in it because I am a finger painter. I love using my hands in my artwork. I've always done that, especially with shading. it just seems to work well for me to use with that. I want to come in here with this stuff. This is just a blue craft paint here, and I want to come back here and kind of come up with it a little bit. Maybe we smear that in a little bit there, just to give us some dimension with different colors. So I'll just come in with my palette knife, and we can leave some, like here I just left it with the palette knife look, but I feel like really need to smooth it in there, and maybe right in here needs a little bit darker blue. So I basically have 5 different shades here. We got just blue craft paint. It just says blue, but it looks like a primary blue to me. And then Neptune blue, which is a Nicole's paint, and a turquoise, which is my studio paint. I think some of those may not even be in business anymore. And white, and I have a pale blue. And then yellow, it's just a craft paint, dark yellow. And then this lighter turquoise is one I made with the Neptune. No, with the turquoise. It's not really turquoise though, it's a blue. And I don't know what is on the bottom. Sorry about that. And yellow and white. I'm using a lot of craft paints. I did mix them with a MastersTouch matte gel, and my white is actually a MastersTouch White acrylic. So we'll just keep working on this, and I think up here needs to be maybe right here where this wave is coming up, needs to have a little bit darker in there. So we imagine it being pulled up here from the beach and out like so, and then it comes up. It's just building. We're kind of inside the wave right here. That's what we have. So, and then we can see straight through. Love it. I love it. Oh my goodness. Let's get a little bit of that lighter color in here just to give us a kind of a, I guess a look that we think that it's the light shining through. Now I've got that darker right here. I do like it, but I want to add just a little bit of my finger painting here. And then we may pull in different, I'm just making some dark places to give the illusion of light, and that it's not going to look exactly like a, oh, my nose is itchy. I'm liking it better and better all the time. I have yet to clean off my palette knife during this whole process because I'm not worried about that. I am right now because I want white. And I just got a blue in my white. So I want to come back up in here. Oh, it does pay to stand back and look at things and see how they look. Get that there. Oh my goodness. I'm going to give it a little bit more here. I'm thinking a little thicker on the paint. Let me tap some of that off. So when it comes down here, I'm not going to, no matter how tempted I am, I'm not going to do anything with the finger. I think that looks good. So let's come back with some more white, and maybe see, I'm still right here feels incomplete to me. It just feels, I don't know. Just looking at it. Let me grab a darker blue. Let's see what we can do here. I don't know, it just looks so incomplete. If I go over some of my white, I'm not worried about that. You know, acrylic paints, you can easily come back and go over those with another color as they dry. I'm going to grab some of that turquoise that I made, and then we'll put that in there. I may do a little bit of blending here. I want that dark to shine through too, though. I don't want to make a new color here. So let's do that. Now let's take a look back at it. Now, just feeling like this wave needs to come on over more. So let's grab our white and let's tap some more of that right in here. Just give it, you could even make your paint a little more textured here. You know, I don't know. I'm liking it. I'm liking it better and better. We're just building away. That there. Just tap real lightly, tapping. Could be the tap painter. Little light taps. And here we go. We'll just come on out here. Oh my goodness. We just kind of need to, you know, let it not be super, what am I saying, defined, because the water would be bursting out of this wave here, and I think we need, our little point needs to come on this way with our white. And this, I don't want to take away from that in the background. That's another wave that we see from a distance. I don't want them to look like they blend together, if that makes any sense. I want it to be obvious that when I look at this, that part is in the distance. It's not part of this wave. And what I may need to do there is grab some more blue. And what if we kind of come in here and I don't know, get rid of a little bit of that wave, because, well, what's happening is it's competing a lot with that. And I may need to just grab some more of my turquoise that I made, and we'll just put that in there. And we can just transfer a wave somewhere else. I just don't want that competing with our crashing wave. So it looks beautiful right now. All right, so that's pretty much that. Let's see here. Let's come back up here, and I'm imagining, I don't know, is it's twisting, or are we just seeing straight through here? But it may have a crest up here on the top of our canvas that we can't really see because it's off that way. So that's, and then coming up and over, and just imagining, I'm thinking it may be more so there. But let's work on this part and come back to that. Sometimes we spend a little too much time in one place, and then we neglect some other place that really needs attention. Well, let's see here. I'm thinking. It's a struggle some days. Let's get some dark up here in this corner. There. And paint is starting to dry because I've been working on this for a little bit. Get some of that, maybe that pale one there. I don't know that I really like that much, but we'll give it a little tiny swipe. I'm just barely brushing the surface. Just like it's kind of, let's see, just gliding over the top. I'm not pressing down. Sometimes I'll press down. It just depends on what I'm trying to do. And like here, just a little glide is just enough to give it that look. I think we are well on our way to a masterpiece here. You know, I think it's really pretty. I don't know. Let's see if I want to. I think I do want to add just a little white over here. Let's come back. Let's see, because I think this is pretty much done over here. It looks good. I don't know about right in here. It seems very uniform. I'm afraid to mess with it too much and screw it up. You know, I've been known to go too far. Well, let's just give it a few little drizzles of this wave. It's just splattering, you know, spraying off. It's not staying together. Words are hard. I'll get up here. Oh, I got a little bit of blue in there, but it's okay. I'm not going to worry much about that. Remembering with acrylic paints that they do tend to dry darker. So thinking about that and choosing your colors is important. Leaves this kind of separate from that, but I don't want a straight line. But I want to, maybe there's some stray water coming up, spraying. There's a stray spray of this beautiful wave coming up here. Look at that. Just so it's not so uniform in appearance, and like that I just do not like at all. So what are we going to do about that? Well, we could just wipe it off. Let's see here. Usually I keep baby wipes right here near me, but I don't have any in here today. I used the last one. But yeah, that's going to be, we got to get rid of that. So we got rid of that. It just wasn't doing it. And this paint is so thick, I don't think it will, splatter like if you used a tapping motion to get it to go. I think this is going to be good right here. So that's your wave, and I just think I love it. I love it. I hope you do too, and I hope you'll try it. Use a finger painting, palette knife, different tools. It doesn't always have to be a brush. Sometimes you can't get the look you want with just a brush. And yeah, I think that's pretty. I don't know about that. I mean, but I can maybe fix it just a tiny bit right here. About that. Oh, I love acrylics. They're so forgiving. It'd be nice if all things in life you could just add a little paint to it. That'll be a new slogan. I'll just add a little paint to that. We screw up something in life, and oh, I think I'll just add a little paint to that, and I'll be all right. Add a little paint. Wouldn't work for everything on the Oh, but wouldn't it be nice? Okay, so I think I need, it looks really pretty in the camera, but when I look at it for real, I don't know if it really looks all that pretty. But it's okay. Let's get this on here. I think I might tap in a little more. Let's do a little more blending right here. Let me get some of that off my finger. Just so we've got some darker crests in there with the paint. I think that is better. It's pretty. I think we might call it done. I could go on forever and ever. You know, we're our own worst critics, and I think sometimes we just need to take a step back and see what we've done and just enjoy it. And thank God that we are able to see beauty. Oh my goodness. I'm going to quit before I ruin it. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching.